Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to explore some amazing United States Lincoln wheat pennies, including the 1952, 1953D, 1956, 1957D, and 1958D 1-cent coins. These historic coins feature the famous inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and "PLURIBUS UNUM." In this video, we will discuss their history, design, mint marks, interesting facts, rarity, and collector value. So stay with me until the end of the video to learn everything about these classic American pennies. If you enjoy coin collecting and numismatic history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get started, Sparkles. United States of America, 1-cent Lincoln wheat penny, 1952. The 1952 Lincoln wheat cent is a classic American coin that forms part of the famous Lincoln wheat penny series, one of the most collected coin series in the world. The obverse front of the coin features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This portrait was designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner and first appeared on the Lincoln cent in 1909. Surrounding Lincoln's image are the inscriptions "In God We Trust" at the top, "Liberty" on the left side, and the date 1952 on the right side. These inscriptions represent important American values and traditions. "In God We Trust" serves as the national motto of the United States, while "Liberty" symbolizes the nation's commitment to freedom and democracy. The reverse back of the 1952 Lincoln cent displays the famous wheat ear design, featuring two wheat stalks curving along the left and right edges of the coin. Between these wheat ears appear the inscriptions "1 cent" and "United States of America." Above them is the Latin motto, "E Pluribus Unum," which translates to "out of many, one." This phrase reflects the union of the states into a single nation, and has been used on United States coinage for generations. The wheat reverse design was used from 1909 until 1958 and remains one of the most iconic coin designs in American history. The 1952 Lincoln wheat penny was produced at 3 different United States mint facilities. Coins struck at Philadelphia carry no mint mark, while those produced in Denver display a small D mint mark, and coins struck in San Francisco bear an S mint mark. During 1952, hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents were minted to meet the demands of a growing American economy. These coins circulated widely across the country and became a familiar part of daily life. Americans used them for purchasing goods, receiving change, and conducting everyday transactions. The composition of the 1952 Lincoln cent consists of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving the coin its distinctive reddish-brown appearance. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Its plain edge and durable bronze alloy helped it withstand years of circulation. Many examples found today display varying shades of red, red-brown, or brown, depending on how they were stored and preserved over the decades. Historically, the year 1952 was an important period in American and world history. The United States was experiencing post-war prosperity following World War II. Industries were expanding, suburbs were growing, and technological advancements were transforming everyday life. The Lincoln cent was an essential part of the nation's monetary system during this era. Every 1952 penny that survives today serves as a small historical artifact from a time of economic growth and social change in America. Collectors appreciate the 1952 Lincoln wheat cent for its historical significance and attractive design. Although many examples are common due to large mintages, coins in high-grade uncirculated condition remain highly desirable. Collectors often seek specimens with strong details, original mint luster, and minimal wear. Red-colored examples that retain their original copper brilliance are especially prized because copper naturally darkens over time. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series is widely regarded as one of the most important coin programs ever issued by the United States Mint. When introduced in 1909, it became the first circulating U.S. coin to feature an actual historical figure rather than a symbolic representation. Abraham Lincoln's image was chosen to commemorate the centennial of his birth, and the design quickly became a favorite among the American public. By 1952, the Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for more than 4 decades and had become an enduring symbol of American coinage. Today, the 1952 Lincoln Wheat cent remains a popular collectible for both beginning and advanced numismatists. Whether discovered in an old collection, inherited from relatives, or purchased from a coin dealer, it offers a tangible connection to America's past. The coin's classic wheat ear reverse, historic Lincoln portrait, and association with the prosperous early 1950s ensure its lasting appeal among collectors around the world. For many enthusiasts, the 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny represents not only a piece of currency, but also a fascinating chapter in the story of United States history and numismatic heritage. United States of America, 1 cent Lincoln Wheat Penny, 1953D. The 1953D Lincoln Wheat Cent is a historic coin from the United States of America and an important part of the famous Lincoln Wheat Penny series. The coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the small D mint mark located beneath the date on the obverse. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent became the first regular-issue United States coin to feature the portrait of a real historical person. The obverse design was created by renowned sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose initials can still be found on the coin. The front of the 1953 D cent features a right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. Above his portrait appears the national motto, "In God We Trust," while the word liberty is located to the left. The date 1953 appears to the right of Lincoln's image, accompanied by the Denver Mint mark. The reverse of the coin showcases the iconic wheat ear design that gave the series its popular name, Wheat Penny. 2 wheat stalks frame the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. Above these words is the Latin motto, E PLURIBUS UNUM, which translates to out of many one. This phrase symbolizes the unity of the states that make up the United States. The wheat reverse design remained in use from 1909 through 1958 and is considered one of the most recognizable and beloved designs in American numismatic history. The elegant wheat stalks reflect the agricultural heritage of the nation and contribute to the coin's timeless appearance. The 1953 D Lincoln Wheat Cent was produced during a period of strong economic growth in post-World War II America. Millions of pennies were needed to support daily commerce, and the Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of these coins for circulation. As a result, the 1953 D cent became a familiar sight in cash registers, piggy banks, and pocket change across the country. Americans used these coins for everyday purchases, from newspapers and candy to transportation fares and household goods. Today, surviving examples provide collectors with a tangible connection to life in the United States during the early 1950s. Like other Lincoln cents of the era, the 1953 D was struck from a bronze alloy consisting of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. When newly minted, these coins displayed a bright reddish-orange color due to their high copper content. Over time, natural oxidation caused many examples to develop red-brown or brown surfaces. Collectors classify Lincoln cents according to these color categories, with fully red specimens generally being the most desirable and valuable. The year 1953 was notable in American history. The nation was enjoying economic prosperity, suburban development was expanding rapidly, and technological innovations were becoming increasingly common. The Korean War had recently ended, and the United States was entering a new phase of growth and modernization. The Lincoln cent remained one of the most important denominations in circulation, helping facilitate countless daily transactions. Every 1953 D penny that survives today serves as a miniature historical artifact from this transformative period in American history. Collectors appreciate the 1953 D Lincoln wheat penny for its historical significance, classic design, and accessibility. Because many were produced, circulated examples are relatively common. However, coins preserved in exceptional uncirculated condition are much scarcer. High-grade examples displaying strong details, full mint luster, and original red color are particularly sought after by numismatists. Professional grading services often evaluate these coins, and superior specimens can command substantial premiums in the collector market. The Lincoln Wheat Cent series remains one of the most popular coin collecting fields in the world. Many collectors begin their numismatic journey by searching through old coin jars and family collections for wheat pennies. The 1953 D issue is often among the dates encountered, making it a familiar and cherished coin for enthusiasts. Beyond its collector value, the coin symbolizes American history, craftsmanship, and the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln, one of the nation's most respected presidents. Today, more than 70 years after it was minted, the 1953 D Lincoln Wheat Cent continues to captivate collectors and historians alike. Its elegant design, historical importance, and connection to mid-20th century America ensure its lasting appeal. Whether preserved in a coin album, displayed in a collection, or passed down through generations, the 1953 D wheat penny remains an enduring symbol of American numismatic heritage and a treasured piece of United States coinage history. United States of America, 1 cent Lincoln wheat penny, 1956. The 1956 Lincoln Wheat Cent is an important and highly collected coin from the United States of America. This coin belongs to the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which was produced from 1909 to 1958. The obverse front of the coin features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The design was created by renowned sculptor Victor David Brenner and was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Above Lincoln's portrait appears the inscription, "In God We Trust," while the word liberty is positioned to the left. The date 1956 appears to the right of Lincoln's image. These inscriptions represent the values, traditions, and historical heritage of the United States. On the reverse back of the coin, collectors can see the classic wheat ear design that made the series famous around the world. 2 wheat stalks frame the central inscriptions, 1 cent, and United States of America. Above these words appears the Latin motto, E PLURIBUS UNUM, meaning, out of many, one. This phrase symbolizes the unity of the American states into one nation. The wheat reverse design remained in use for nearly 50 years and became one of the most recognizable coin designs in American history. The year 1956 represents one of the final years before the wheat reverse was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The 1956 Lincoln Cent was minted at multiple United States mint facilities. Coins struck at Philadelphia carry no mint mark, while those produced in Denver bear a small D mint mark. During this period, the United States economy was expanding rapidly, and large numbers of cents were required for circulation. Hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents were produced to meet commercial demand. Because of these high mintages, many 1956 pennies survive today, although examples in exceptional condition are much more difficult to find. The coin was struck using an alloy composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. The high copper content gives the coin its attractive red appearance when newly minted. Over time, exposure to air and environmental conditions causes the copper surface to darken, creating red-brown or brown tones. Collectors often classify Lincoln cents according to these color designations, with fully red examples generally being the most desirable. The year 1956 was a significant time in American history. The nation was experiencing strong economic growth during the post-World War II era. New highways, automobiles, household appliances, and technological innovations were transforming daily life. The Lincoln cent was an essential part of commerce, passing through the hands of millions of Americans every day. Whether used to buy candy, newspapers, or household goods, the humble penny played a vital role in the nation's economy. Today, a 1956 Lincoln cent provides a fascinating glimpse into that period of American prosperity and development. Collectors value the 1956 Lincoln wheat penny for several reasons. First, it represents one of the final issues of the historic wheat cent series. Second, it features the beloved wheat ear reverse design that many collectors consider more attractive than later cent designs. Third, high-grade examples with original mint luster are increasingly difficult to locate because many coins entered circulation and experienced wear. Coins certified in mint state grades can command significant premiums, especially those displaying strong strikes and bright original copper color. The Lincoln wheat cent series remains one of the most popular collecting fields in the world. Many collectors begin their numismatic journey by searching through old coin jars and collections for wheat pennies. The 1956 issue is often among the coins discovered, making it a familiar and cherished piece for both beginners and experienced numismatists. Despite being common in circulated grades, the coin's historical significance and classic design ensure lasting demand among collectors. Beyond its monetary value, the 1956 Lincoln wheat cent serves as a miniature historical artifact. Every coin tells a story about the era in which it was produced. It reflects the craftsmanship of the United States Mint, the economic conditions of mid-century America, and the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln. More than 6 decades after it was minted, the 1956 Lincoln wheat penny continues to be admired by collectors and historians alike. Its combination of historical importance, iconic design, and connection to everyday American life makes it one of the most beloved coins in United States numismatic history. United States of America, 1 cent Lincoln wheat penny, 1957D. The 1957D Lincoln wheat cent is one of the most recognized coins in American numismatic history. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small D mint mark located below the date. The obverse front of the coin features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. Around Lincoln's portrait appear the inscriptions "In God We Trust" at the top, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1957 with the D mint mark to the right. The reverse back displays 2 wheat stalks surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the Latin motto PLURIBUS UNUM across the top. This reverse design, commonly called the wheat reverse, was used from 1909 to 1958 and remains one of the most beloved designs in U.S. coinage. The 1957 D cent was struck from an alloy consisting of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it the distinctive reddish-brown appearance collectors admire. The coin weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. During 1957, the Denver Mint produced more than 1.05 billion Lincoln cents, making it one of the highest mintage wheat pennies of the series. Because of this enormous production, most circulated examples are relatively common today. However, Coins preserved in exceptional uncirculated condition with full original red luster are highly sought after by collectors and can command significantly higher prices. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1957 Lincoln Cent series is the existence of the famous 1957 double-die obverse variety. Although this rare error is generally associated with coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark, the doubled lettering visible on inscriptions and date makes these varieties extremely valuable. While the standard 1957 cent is common, collectors still carefully examine examples in hopes of discovering unusual die varieties, repunched mint marks, or striking errors that can increase a coin's numismatic value. Historically, the 1957 cent represents an important period in American history. The United States was experiencing rapid economic growth during the post-World War II era. The space race was beginning, automobiles filled expanding highways, and the Lincoln cent remained an everyday part of American commerce. Millions of these coins passed through the hands of citizens buying groceries, newspapers, and household goods. Today, each surviving coin serves as a small piece of mid-20th century American history. Collectors often grade 1957 cents according to their condition. Coins in heavily circulated condition may be worth only a small premium over face value, while examples graded in mint state can be considerably more valuable. Coins displaying bright original red color, strong strikes, and minimal contact marks are particularly desirable. Many collectors seek to complete a full set of Lincoln wheat cents, making the 1957 an essential addition to any collection. The Lincoln Wheat Cent series itself holds a special place in American coin collecting. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it was the first regular-issue United States coin to feature a real historical person. The design remained largely unchanged for 50 years and became one of the most successful coin designs in U.S. history. The 1957 issue, being among the final wheat cents produced before the reverse changed to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959, marks the closing years of this iconic series. For many collectors, the 1957 Lincoln wheat penny is more than just a 1-cent coin. It is a reminder of American heritage, craftsmanship, and everyday life during the 1950s. Whether found in an old coin jar, inherited from family members, or purchased for a collection, this coin continues to capture the interest of numismatists around the world. Its combination of historical significance, classic design, and widespread availability makes it one of the most popular and enduring coins in the history of the United States. United States of America, 1-cent Lincoln wheat penny, 1958 The 1958 Lincoln wheat cent holds a special place in American numismatic history because it was one of the very last wheat cents ever produced by the United States Mint. The coin was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark located beneath the date on the obverse. The front of the coin features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, Lincoln's portrait first appeared on the cent in 1909 and remained a central feature of the denomination for generations. Above Lincoln's head appears the inscription, "In God We Trust," while liberty is displayed to the left and the date 1958 appears to the right. These inscriptions symbolize the principles and traditions that have long been associated with the United States. The reverse of the 1958 cent displays the iconic wheat ear design that collectors around the world admire. Two wheat stalks curve along the left and right sides of the coin, framing the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. Above these inscriptions appears the national motto, PLURIBUS UNUM, a Latin phrase meaning, out of many, one. This design represented American unity and agricultural prosperity. The wheat reverse was used from 1909 until the end of 1958, making the 1958 D issue one of the final representatives of this historic coin design before the introduction of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959. The 1958 D Lincoln cent was struck in enormous quantities. The Denver Mint produced more than 800 million examples, ensuring that the coin would circulate widely throughout the United States. During the late 1950s, America was experiencing economic expansion, population growth, and technological advancement. Pennies were used daily in transactions across the country, making the Lincoln cent one of the most familiar pieces of American currency. Because of the large mintage, circulated examples remain relatively common today, although high-grade specimens are significantly more valuable. Like other Lincoln wheat cents of the period, the 1958 D was struck from an alloy composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. Freshly minted examples displayed a bright red copper color, but over time exposure to air and handling often caused the surfaces to tone to red-brown or brown. Collectors classify these coins according to their color, with fully red examples typically commanding the highest premiums. One of the most interesting facts about the 1958 Lincoln cent series is the existence of the extremely rare 1958 double die obverse cent. This famous era coin is considered one of the greatest rarities in United States numismatics. While the double die variety is associated with Philadelphia minted coins rather than the Denver issue, its existence has brought additional attention to all 1958 Lincoln cents. Collectors frequently examine 1958 pennies carefully in hopes of discovering unusual varieties or minting errors. The year 1958 itself was a significant period in American history. The United States was in the midst of the Cold War, and scientific achievements were accelerating rapidly. NASA had recently been established, and the nation was preparing for a new era of space exploration. Families were purchasing televisions, automobiles, and modern household appliances in increasing numbers. The penny remained an important part of everyday life, passing from hand to hand in stores, restaurants, and businesses across the country. Each surviving 1958 D cent serves as a small reminder of this dynamic period in American history. Collectors often regard the 1958 D Lincoln wheat penny as historically important because it marks the end of an era. After 50 years of production, the wheat ear reverse design was retired. In 1959, the United States Mint introduced the Lincoln Memorial Reverse to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. As a result, the 1958 D cent became one of the final chapters in the beloved wheat cent series that had captivated generations of Americans. Today, the 1958 D Lincoln wheat cent remains a favorite among collectors. Beginners appreciate its affordability and historical significance, while advanced numismatists seek high-grade examples with original mint luster and strong details. Whether discovered in an old collection, inherited from a family member, or purchased from a coin dealer, the 1958 D wheat penny continues to represent an important piece of American heritage. Its beautiful design, connection to Abraham Lincoln, and status as one of the last wheat cents ensure that it will remain a cherished collectible for generations to come.